Many IVF patients don't seem to understand why it's so important for them to become experts on the IVF treatment. And yes, I'm not trying to make you an IVF specialist, but you must know what the basics are, because otherwise, how will you know whether the quality of care you're getting is good or not? I always tell patients there are some things which are in your control and some things which aren't. So your ovarian response, for example, is not in your control. You unfortunately can't make yourself any younger. If your husband has a low sperm count, then that's a medical problem we need to learn to live with. So there's no point in worrying about all the things which we can't control. Let's focus on the things which we can control. And one of the things which we can control is the quality of medical care. Now, you can't actually deliver the medical care for yourself. I'm not telling you to become an IVF specialist or become an embryologist and go into the lab and actually do the ICSI for yourself. But what I am telling you is you need to be able to judge whether the quality of care which you're getting from your IVF clinic is good or not. And fortunately, that's not hard to do. The two important variables. One is how open is the doctor? How transparent is he? Is he willing to share information or not? That can be a big problem because unfortunately, sometimes a lot of IVF clinics are like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So when you go to them for the first consultation, they're very sweet. They promise you the earth and the moon, and they roll out the red carpet and say, yes, of course, we're going to get you pregnant. We're the best clinic in the world. And obviously, you want that reassurance and that confidence that makes you feel, yes, I'm in the right spot because they're doing their best to sell you. But unfortunately, they play a completely different tune if and when your cycle fails. Then the doctor isn't available, they're not willing to answer your calls, you don't have any documentation of what went wrong or whether anything went wrong or anything else at all. And that's why you need to do your homework proactively. You can't get taken in either by the website or what they promise you before you've paid your fees. And the good news is, if you do your homework, it's not very hard to figure out what an IVF cycle involves. And actually, the question you need to ask is very simple. All you need to ask the doctor is, do you give photos of your embryos routinely to all your patients? Simple question. And ideally, there should be a simple answer. The answer should be yes. Every good IVF clinic does this routinely. They do this partly to inspire confidence in the patient that, hey, we provide you with world-class quality medical care, so that irrespective of the outcome, at least you have peace of mind that the process was correct. And equally importantly, the patient has documentation so that in case they need to get a second opinion, they can do that and know for certain that the quality of care was good. But if on the other hand, the IVF doctor gives you all kinds of excuses saying, oh, our microscopes aren't set up, our camera doesn't work, taking photos is not good for the embryos because we need to take them out from the incubator, then you need to worry. Dal mein kuch kala hai, because if every other good IVF clinic does this routinely, then why don't they? Are they trying to hide something? So bottom line is, do your homework, ask the right questions. The good news is it's very easy to do your homework, and it's very easy to ask the right questions because you only need to ask one question. If you want any more help, please visit our website. We've got over 1,000 pages of information written specially just for patients. Simple, clear cut, so you know what's involved. So the doctor doesn't use jargon or talk over your head or try to mystify things. Any doctor who does that is actually a bad doctor. Good doctors take pride in teaching their patients, so they have realistic expectations and know what's going to happen. And of course, I'm always here. So if you do want to ask me for a second opinion, you can do this free. Send me an email. Our website is www.drmalpani.com, and I'm happy to offer you a free second opinion once I've looked at your medical records so I can help you to have a baby. And honestly, as a doctor, that's the one thing which will give me the most joy, because that is why I became an IVF doctor in the first place.